Alright guys, so this is our market review. Let's just quickly look at the charts. So let's start from equity clock. I like to do this every beginning of the month or middle of the month, just to get a feel for what price is doing based on seasonalities. Alright, so I like to look at the DXY. So based on the DXY, in the month of April, so April tends to see a bullish rally in the early days of April, and then a decline all through the month. Like, let's say from the first quarter of the month, that should probably be around, probably be around 6 days, if I'm not mistaken, about 7 days. Like from the 7th day, I think that is the first quarter. Then we'll see a rally all through the month of April. So at least a very smooth one. So let's go to the charts. You can remember that I've been pointing the market should go higher, right? If you think I'm, being a fluff, do want to check the previous videos. You can see everyone knows I was calling price right from down here. The market should go up to this point, right? You can see that our liquidity objective has been hit. Alright, that's what I've been pointing out, right, since yesterday. Alright, so now we have hit our liquidity targets. So now what next? In cases like this, I usually like to just watch, because if you go to the weekly charts, you can see that we're in a kind of bullish structure. All right, and market has came back into this gap, wicked down, respected the favorable gap, and then we're running higher. Right, came back, tapped the right block level again, this level here, and then we're running higher. Right, and if you look at the weekly charts, we have created some kind of weekly favorable gap inside there. Right, so how that weekly favorable gap inside this point here. Right, this might be kind of support for price. The market come back there. So now I've taken this to of trade. We might see price bounce back here and then rally higher. So now, based on the weekly charts, I would expect price to go to this high. Right, that's based on what I see on the weekly. Right, price should probably expand for this high this week. And this week is NFP week. So if you had asked me where is NFP taking price, I feel that NFP will likely take price up to this point here to blow out this liquidity high. Right, so we can swing high, swing low, swing high. So this will be a target for this NFP week. This overall target, this target here. So we see NFP on Friday taking price to that point there. Right, so the daily charts. So daily charts, we're taking this daily objective, right? That simply means that this point now becomes what? A breaker, right? It now becomes a breaker block. So let's see, price might choose to bounce back on it and then rally higher, or it might choose to retrace deeper than that, right? So, but considering that we are still inside this bearish imbalance, which has not been properly closed up, I'll be very, very careful with buys now. Also, I've taken this liquidity high. Price has made a kind of external liquidity, so anything can happen. Price can choose to start retracing now, right? So it's not really logical to start looking for. So let's look at euro dollar. So euro dollar, remember I told you guys, right? Price was all the way up here. We have taken out this liquidity objective, which I marked here. You can see it. Told you guys that price was going to reject from here, right, into this, and then this. So on for EURUSD, it's very likely that price will go below this, right? It's likely that price is going to go below this liquidity low here, right? Very likely, right? Considering that the weekly structure is bearish, right? You can see that we have that bearish break, we have that other block, price came, tapped it, this failed to make a new high, and like I said, price is actually going down. So it's logical that price might just continue making a low. So this will be the overall target, this low here, right? This will be the overall target for this sell. So let's keep an eye on that. Right. So let's keep an eye on that. If that's going to happen, that'll be very nice. Really nice to see. Right. These are for NFP week. So this low will be the first target, and then consequently that other low. Right. So let's keep our eye there, and that's you can see that this candle has broken, came back, tapped this bearish order block. It had a bearish order block print here, right? Bearish order block printed here. Markets closed below this candle, came back, tapped, and then it's dropping off. Right. So we might still find some difficulties with this old order block here, right? We might still find some difficulties with price going down because we are still at this old order block here, right? So let's be mindful of that. We might see price still find some difficulty breaking it. Might not find it very easy to break this level. All right. So 4-hour charts, um, 4-hour chart you can see. So this is the daily chart. Sorry, let's go to the. This is the daily chart. Sorry. See, all right. We are already. So let's go to the 4-hour. I see 4-hour is also bearish as well. So the market structure shifts here. Price came, feel this imbalance, went down, came back, tapped into this favorable gap here, fell, came back, tapped into this other block, then it's still going down. Alright, so if you were to ask me, it's likely that price will make a new low. Just make a new low below this low. Price would ask me, that's what price will likely do. So I'm going to take out this for now. So that is our pre-construction. Okay, it's broke structure here, came back, I don't know, played around there, and then we are going down. Alright, so let's look at GBPUSD. Alright, remember I told you guys I have this trendline liquidity here. Which price should you go for? I told you guys, remember, forget that I pointed this out. That price should come for this liquidity point here, this trendline liquidity there. I can see that price actually at that trend line now. So is it wise to buy now? No, there's no wisdom in that. Is it wise to also sell now? Because the market is very close to the trend line. This might, push price up a bit. You can start to see some kind of range, back and forth movement. But if you ask me, I see that price is going to liquidate this trend line liquidity and possibly go for this swing low down here, right? So let's keep our eye there. So GBP is still bearish, and that is the bottom line. So for the daily chart on GJ, so GJ are still playing in that level here, still playing this order flow down. Right now we have brushed this liquidity here. I've brushed this liquidity. Right. Pay attention to this. Remember that when price was all the way here, I told you guys that price might play this imbalance. Remember that. So markets actually came with that imbalance which I pointed out that was above this external liquidity. I told you guys that price might play the imbalance or this other block. I said that price actually played the imbalance, which I told you guys about. I said price has come back to that our bullish order flow. I don't forget we have liquidity resting. I got this liquidity resting. So it's still logical that price can choose to go for that liquidity. Right? Possibly come and tap into this other block here, because this other block remains unmitigated. Right? So this might be where price might want to go for this other block here, which is above below these imbalances. And this below this liquidity point here, had this clean lows there. That's liquidity there. So I have this liquidity resting there. Alright, so that's my main from. So let us just be mindful. Market can choose to buy and make a new high or come lower. So it's not in our place to try to. So let's check the GPY basket, the yen basket. So Remember here in basket, I told you guys I have this imbalance here. We can say price as a plane of the imbalance. We have 50% of the range here. I have this. We have this other breaker. I have this breaker block here. So let us mark that breaker level here. So we won't forget. I have a breaker level here. So if you ask me, that is a better place for the market to sell from. This breaker is right there. So price has not really gotten there. So for me, that's why I feel that price might come to for this breaker here, for giving that proper sell. So that's what I mean. That GBPUSD might find little reasons to go up. Right? This GBP, so we might find little reasons to go up. So now I have filled this fair value gap here. This candle has filled this fair value gap. So my price are supposed to go up it, right? So let's watch. If J4 basket might want to go up, that means this guy might drop further. Alright, this time I have more faith that price will drop further because market is giving some bearish delivery right from this imbalance here. So we might see price also rally down to this point here, this NFP and then all of that, right? So let's look at USD chef. So USD chef, remember I told you guys that price might come back and bounce on this inverted fair value gap. You can see that this was marked beforehand. Price has actually come back, bounced on the inverted fair value gap, and then they are likely going for this high. Can you see how all these things were called beforehand? Right? I'm not faking anything. Nothing is being faked. You can see price actually came back here. You can watch my previous videos if I confirm I actually say these things. Market's coming back there, and then this is the high. So I still believe in more bullishness on the USD chef, right, as we speak. So for gold, I told you guys, gold is making crazy all-time highs. So don't really have. Let's go just play with a short-term trade, like a short-term trading chart, and that's the only thing. But if you want to play gold long-term, then it's not really a wise thing to be doing, because gold has not really given a strong reason to sell, because no bearish order block is printed yet. Instead, we are seeing bullish order blocks getting printed. Look at this bullish order block here. Look at this one here. So we have not really had any concrete reason why we should short this particular guy, right? There's no really concrete reason why we should short the gold, right? So for Bitcoin, let's look at that Bitcoin high, which I called out earlier. So remember I told you guys that price might dump on me. I just remember what I told you guys. Don't forget. I told you guys that price might dump from this point. Remember this 2-hour order block. Don't forget. I see this 2-hour order block which I marked here. I told you guys that price might really obviously take out this inducement and then reject from here. As you can really see a short that I actually called. So look at the short this one I called. You can see how I've been calling trades live, right? You can see what I called it. You can see it here. See it. Market broke structure below this low. I marked this imbalance here. I told you guys that price was likely going to do us to dump for this liquidity point here. And overall, this swing low, I can see that actually happened. You can see I'm not faking anything here. You can see that price actually did that. And you can see how price came and hit that level, and then overall target also hit. You can see how these things were called beforehand. Everything was called beforehand. Remember, I told you guys Bitcoin was going to come to this other block here and give us a break of structure down to the downside. You can see that we have actually hit our liquidity objective, right? You can see it very clearly, right? So you can see I'm not faking all these things. These things are being called beforehand, right? So that should tell you that I'm someone worth learning from. If your mentor cannot tell you this is where price is going to go beforehand, I don't really think you should call him a mentor, right? So this is the things I do or repeat. And if you want to learn entry techniques, all those stuff, you always feel to join the paid mentorship. And that's how we teach you guys lower time frame entries, how to manage your trades, all of this fun stuff, right? So for Bitcoin, I still feel that Bitcoin might still go lower. We have this trend, this liquidity here, have this liquidity here, we have this liquidity here, we have this liquidity. So they asked me, I feel that this might be the overall objective on Bitcoin. Right, this will be the overall objective on Bitcoin. That's where I feel the price is going to go overall. Right, that's what I feel. Price is going to do this pure overall target, and consequently this low here. But let's work with this one, this recent one. Right. So that's what I feel that Bitcoin is going to go for this low here. Right? That's what I feel that Bitcoin is going to do. But it doesn't have to do that. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Alright, so let's look at the last pair. Let's look at the indices. So for the daily chart, indices have, so it had that bear shoulder block here. Price swept it, but still respected it, right? Price swept the other block, taking out the previous weekly high, but still closed inside it, right? So you don't need any prophet to tell you that where market is going to go next. Right? It's very obvious that this is where price is going to go next. It's low here, right? So it should be very obvious to you. Price is going to go for this liquidity next. It's very obvious to you. So if you go to a lower time frame today, just to sell opportunities to take price to that downside here. So look for opportunities to take price lower, right? So that's basically what you should be doing. Opportunities to take price lower. Right, so for US that for Nasdaq, which is US 100, daily chart as well. I can see I've actually still been stalling inside this favorable gap here. I still been playing this favorable gap. Look at buy side liquidity here. Right, note that we took out buy side liquidity here, and we have this imbalance here. Market is still playing around this imbalance, right? Nothing really concrete, right? So I think US 30 is more clean, right? It's more clean, right? So if we can break below this favorable gap, that means you're going to go take out this low and possibly tap into this other block down here. All right, so just take note of that. So if you want to join our paid group, you have to send me a DM so I can join us. Just it's an annual fee, just a very cheap annual fee. We pay yearly, not monthly. So that's because we're in a part of the world where the economy is not favorable, right? For people to pay monthly, right? It's not wise to force people to pay monthly. Meanwhile, the economy is really harsh in the third world country we find ourselves. So I said, okay, let us make our payments yearly instead of monthly, right? Pay for 1 year, and then you know that you have 1 year yourself. No one going to ask you to repay until the year is over, right? So I hope to see you guys in our next video. If you want to join my paid mentorship, do out to send use the link in the description or send me a DM on Telegram. Alright, so have a wonderful day. Cheers and God bless.